Are we live? Okay, I think we're live. Alright. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna post the stream link on some social media pages, including YouTube, of course. Hey guys, we are streaming once again. Further exploring Epic Online Services. Join us here. Okay, that's Discord. Let's do Twitter. Hello, Kai. OG. We got an OG here. It's good to see you, Kai. Good to see you. Let me just post this on Twitter real quick. So you're telling me, Kai, it's been a while. It's been a while, but it's good to see you. Good to see you. All right, let's let's tweet out the stream. We are live once again, further exploring Epic Online Services. Join us here. Hashtags Unreal Engine, hashtag UE4, hashtag multiplayer, hashtag game dev, hashtag Epic Online Services, hashtag US. Alright, we'll go with that. Okay, and also I just realized the mic's really far away from me. Okay, so hey FX, hey Baraka, hey Amar, good to see you guys. Okay, so I think shorter streams are better. I think we're gonna try to cap this about under 2 hours, because that seems to be what does well. And to be honest, I don't like the streams to linger too long either. So what I plan to do now for each stream, unlike the game mode streams, I'm gonna try to do some work offline. And then by the time I stream, I'll have something prepared, so I'm not going in completely naked. So a couple things here. So someone on Discord messaged me. He's in our Discord. He was telling me how for Epic Online Services, they will eventually make an official plugin for Unreal Engine, but there doesn't seem to be any timetable on that. However, I will still make a plugin just to help me learn, and also just to better understand online subsystems in general. So I think you're going to see a lot of unofficial implementations. I think the big two ones are made by Gaslight Games and Pop Patriot. And you're going to see more. I mean, these aren't going to be the only ones. It's not just going to be mine. Although mine will reflect very similarly to these guys' plugins, because they've already made so much progress, and I'm just going to use their thing to learn. And again, the reason why I personally am probably not going to completely build off of their plugins is just that, again, I think relying on other people for the subject matter of a tutorial is just so risky. Now, so I have this issue highlighted right now because I want to go over it. But let me just show what I've done. So I've done the very, very basics. I made a new project. I made a very basic plugin. We're talking super basic. So literally the only things in this is first off, the third party folder is literally just the stuff from the EOS SDK that you get from the website, from the Epic Games developer portal. So that's one. And basically I just made a build file for the plugin, as well as a uplugin file, as well as a module class. Really simple. This is really the bare minimum you need to make a quote-unquote plugin. So literally I'm going to show you guys, this is literally very easy. And again, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. You're going to see a lot of this stuff is from stuff from Gaslight Games and Pop Patriot. But again, it's also just for me to learn. So a couple things, the U plugin file, just real quick. So whitelist platforms, you guys are going to notice that's only available on the Windows, Linux, and Mac platforms. That's just how it is. And you're going to notice that this plugin relies on other plugins within Unreal Engine. I'm going to get to this later. This is the stuff I haven't implemented yet, but I'm going to plan on implementing it while looking at existing unofficial plugin implementations. Build file, this is really simple. So we got public and private dependencies. Again, some of this stuff we're going to get into later. Big thing is basically just loading the DLL files, not just in this build file, but also in the actual module file as well, if you're not using Linux. So I thought that was this is literally the bare minimum you need to do a plugin. For example, like if I go into one of my character classes, I can now do like hashtag include and then in quotes, like I could do like any of the EOS header files, right? I can see EOS achievements.h as well as my plugin as well. So the question becomes, what is there to add now, right? So I've been thinking about this because I was curious, because the two plugins, the two big plugins, the two big unofficial plugins, they override, they make a custom online subsystem. And I'm wondering to myself, why do I need to do that? As you guys can see, I can literally, if I want, I can just get like stuff I need like that, and then I don't know, what's like a thing you can, what's a method in the documentation that I can call achievements interface? Which header file did I include? EOS auth. So I could do like, literally what's a random one? EOS auth credentials. So that's auth types. I'll do that. I'll include that. Hashtag include in quotes EOS underscore auth types dot h. Also, I do read the chat. I will get to that, guys. Don't worry. So like EOS, and so I get like some stuff. Like EOS. So you're starting to see like some stuff from that EOS auth types header file. So the question is like, what else do I need to do, right? I mean, I can call anything I need to from the EOS SDK, technically, theoretically. So I went on the Gaslight plugin, or let me undo these changes because I don't really need them. So let me go back to the Gaslight plugin because I was wondering, because at first his plugin is like, I believe, probably the first open source unofficial integration I saw on GitHub, at least. Because at first his plugin wasn't an online subsystem. It was just direct plug and chug. I'm not sure about that, but I think right now the answer is there is no iOS support. Also, I might as well address the other comments as well. I wish Epic could just automate online multiplayer and automatically host for you. Baraka, that's actually kind of what I hope for Epic Online Services. I was hoping they would provide hosting, so I was kind of bummed out when I heard that, it didn't have hosting with it. I think the point of it is just to be a competitor to Steam. That's kind of how I view it, and I think that's kind of the consensus. What else do we got? EOS is a good start. Yeah, I agree with that. Yes, I tried building server build and Visual Studio just waved the middle finger to my face. Affix says what's up. I think I said what's up to him, and I said hi to Kai as well. Okay. Alright, so let's just keep going for now. So I was reading this post, and I'll read it again. So initially, Gaslight was against doing an OSS because apparently, like, there was going to be the possibility that you could integrate EOS with Steam concurrently, or something along those lines. Affix, I believe so. I believe you can use Epic Games Friends. But then a guy commented saying you should use the OSS abstraction, given that EOS is in the same category alongside PSN, Xbox, Steam, and directly replaces each of these subsystems on the respective platforms. It should be a OSS like the others. KK Louis. So as far as I understand, the base EOS SDK is literally just C++C. It basically comes with header files and DLL as well as lib files. So you still have to make a wrapper on that to integrate into your Unreal Engine game, which is what this very bare bones plugin can do so far. Like, again, I'll just show it again for those who missed it. Hashtag include. You can literally do EOS, like, again, underscore off types, and then in your code you can do EOS underscore off underscore, and then you get stuff from that header file. Kai, I believe you're right. That was one of the services. Luckily I have that tab open as well, so maybe I know. It was one of the things, I believe. So like if we go down, friends and login. Obviously login is going to be the first thing that we want to tackle, but let's get out of there. So back to this, and then Gaslight basically said, Kai, don't worry about it. Kai, you're an OG. You know that these streams, there's literally no point in watching them back. Although I'm going to try to like make that a little, I'm going to try to make the streams a little easier to watch back. So again, just to repeat for the guys who just came here, I'm going to do stuff before the stream so that we have something ready for the stream. So this might lead to less often and shorter streams, but it makes the streams, I feel, a little more watchable. So let's see if we can actually stick to that, because this is also flop RAM and we're also very bad at sticking with things. So whether it's being on time and being on time. All right. So it seems like, so essentially Gaslight basically said for these reasons, hey, it's time to go over to OSS. And I kind of agree, even though I don't know what an online subsystem is exactly. So I know Rupop Patriot's plugin is also an OSS abstraction, and he's trying to implement all of these interfaces. So what are these interfaces? So if you go to this is in the documentation. So the online subsystem plugin in Unreal Engine has all these interfaces. And it's kind of weird because in Epic Online Services, you also have some interfaces as well. So I don't necessarily believe these interfaces will map one-to-one directly, which with these online subsystem. Sorry about that. I just saw your message, Kai. That's why I stopped talking there. Is using OSS the only way to use EOS? I'm not entirely sure. So I was reading. So in the Unreal Slackers Discord, you do have an Epic Online Services channel, and Pop Patriot is very active on there, and he seems to know what he's talking about. He said something along. Oh, whoa, subscriber? Hey, thank you, Chico Lucis. Thank you for subscribing. I am sorry if I butchered your name. But Rupop Patriot was basically saying how like it's better to use an OSS abstraction for Epic Online Services. So it's not the only way. Again, like you just saw, like this plugin, there's no OSS in there right now. Nothing about this is OSS. But you can start using the EOS SDK. But I guess the reason why I want to make the abstraction is because people who know much more than me are recommending that. So, but yeah, it's interesting because the EOS SDK is really huge. So that's one. And to implement all these online subsystem interfaces is going to be challenging. And again, I don't know the direct mapping. So we got like, again, like you have all of these interfaces here. I just don't know how easy it is going to be to translate that. But we're going to go one by one. We'll start with the identity interface. But before I go that, let's actually just look at a quick definition of online subsystem in Unreal Engine. So we'll read it together. And also I zoomed in a little bit. But the online subsystem and its interfaces provide a common way. Ooh, what just happened? Hey, Mr. X, thank you for subscribing, good sir. So the online subsystem and its interfaces provide a common way to access the functionality of online services such as Steam, Xbox Live, Facebook, and so on. When working on a game that ships on multiple platforms or with support for multiple online services, Amar, this is the documentation for online subsystem we're going through right now. The online subsystem ensures that the changes developers need to make are configuration adjustments for each supported service. The design philosophy, the online subsystem is fundamentally designed to handle asynchronous communication with a variety of online services. So keyword there, asynchronous. So asynchronous, again, not parallel. So you call a function, you're not waiting for the result. Other stuff will resume. So that's something to keep in mind. Since network connection speeds, server delays, and the running times of backend services are all unknown to the local machine, interactions with these systems take an unpredictable amount of time. See, the next sentence actually addresses asynchronity. Don't know if that's a word. To deal with this, the online subsystem uses delegates for all remote operations and guarantees that those delegates will be called whenever a supported asynchronous feature is used. So speaking upon that real quickly, so in our game lift tutorials, we use delegates a lot, specifically with HTTP requests. So when we made like HTTP requests to our API, we use delegate functions that would be called once we got a response from the API that we called. Hey M1, how you doing, good sir? In addition to providing the ability to respond to requests as they finish and query in-flight requests, delegates also provide a single code path to follow, removing the need for developers to write custom code to catch different success or failure condition. That's also true. Very, very true. Again, delegates, if you watch the game lift tutorials, not saying you have to, but if you want to, you can. Also, by the way, you guys know what I'm gonna say right now. If you're new to this stream, please turn off your ad block and refresh the page and hope you get an ad. Thank you very much. All right, modular server specific interfaces group supported features together. For example, the friends interface handles everything related to friends list. The achievements interface handles listing, checking and awarding achievements, and so on. Interfaces exist for each feature group on each online service that supports it, although specific functions that a service does not support may simply return false. This design ensures that developers can write the same code for all online services. Okay, so this goes into what we were talking about with interfaces before. And again, I don't know if the mapping is going to be completely one-to-one. Yeah, I watched the ad. Oh, thank you. I'm one absolute saint. But yeah, again, I'm gonna be very curious to see how, whenever Epic does make an official plugin for Epic Online Services, I'm gonna be very curious to see how they do it, because again, as you guys can see, like these interfaces don't map directly one-to-one to the online subsystem interface, and I think the reason they did that is because they wanted to keep EOS platform independent. Okay, at a higher level, more complex operations use the online synchronous task manager to support sequential tasks or tasks that run on different threads. Asynchronous tasks can describe their dependencies, enabling unrelated tasks to run independently and in parallel. That's true, while sequential tasks run serially. All interfaces within the online subsystems schedule tasks in this fashion to preserve consistency of operation. Can I turn off premium subscription and watch yet? Amar, that's actually very interesting. I think if you're watching, if you are a premium subscriber, I think actually your view will help us know regardless of whether or not you watch an ad. So you don't have to watch an ad. I could be wrong about that, but yeah. So if anyone's more of an expert on online subsystems, I kind of get this, but is this kind of just like a more organized way of doing like asynchronous tasks? Because I don't necessarily know why I would have to override and make my own custom online subsystem. For example, I was looking at the identity one, for example, because that's probably the first one we're going to override for this plugin, and probably what we're going to do for this stream. The online identity interface for registration / authentication of user identity. It's probably the first one we're going to work on. And then we have F online identity twit. So, I mean, we got a bunch of variables. So we got a bunch of delegate variables. So as you can see, right, like each delegate, so the first one, delegate called when a controller user pairing changes. I don't like that one. What about, it's maybe like, yeah, this is a good one. On login complete delegates. Call when user account login completed after calling login or auto login. It's like stuff like that. But then you have like, it's all good, Amr. But yeah, but then you have like all of these functions. So I'm very curious to see how the flow works. Again, we're going to be looking at plugins that have already been done. And for those who are wondering, like, why are we reinventing the wheel? Again, it helps me learn to rewrite stuff myself, but I know that's really weird. Okay, so the base module online subsystem defines and registers server-specific modules with the engine. All good, Kai, don't worry, that's why we're here together. During initialization, the online subsystem will try to load the default online service module specified in the engine.ini file. So I haven't done this yet because, again, the plugin that we have right now is literally the most basic plugin ever. It literally just loads binary files. But we'll get there. If successful, the default online subsystem will be available via the static accessor when no parameter is specified. Additional services load on demand when calls to the function request them. Invalid identifiers or failures to load the module will gracefully return null. Okay, the following interfaces are included in the online subsystem. So some interfaces exist only for certain online services depending on what functionality each service supports. Okay, so that is basically online subsystem. It definitely does a good job at explaining the what, but I think for me, it doesn't really do a good job of explaining the why. Also, I don't know what MCP is. We do have a Patreon. It is in the description for anyone else interested or anyone interested. Definitely, if you want to support the channel, feel free to hop on over there. But of course, no pressure. We understand everyone's situation. All right. And plus, we like doing this for fun anyway, so as long as you guys are here, that's enough support already. All right. Okay, so let's go back. So actually, let's just look at RearPop Patriot's plugin, because I think this is kind of important. So he did a lot of stuff in his module class. So he had this. Actually, let's go to the actual implementation. So let's go to the C++ class. Also, I don't know why these guys... I saw RuPop Patriot and Gaslight Games do this in their plugins. For some reason, they mix header and C++ files in both the private and public folders in the source folders. And I'm just like, why? I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to separate C++ and header files into like public and private folders separately. like not mix and match both file types in the same folder. Maybe I'm just weird like that. I mean, I don't want to be a stickler, I guess is what they call it. So, yeah, so he's got like, I'm seeing like a factory implementation of both these. I mean, both these plugins are so far I have found very similar. So yeah, we got, so this is just some log stuff, and then I see the factory. So online factory. So for this, that's probably another class, online factory. I made a typo, factory. Okay, so like player database M1, I got you. Interface for creating the actual online subsystem instance for a given platform. All modules must implement this. So I guess because it's an online subsystem, you need this. Okay, so basically in his module class, he implements he makes a class that implements, he makes his own online factory class. So that's interesting. And then this I guess has a function called create subsystem. Let me just make sure, yeah, that he overrides that. Third prestige. Whoa, Amar, thank you, man. Dude, that's, I really appreciate that, Amar. You have no idea. Amar animation. Absolute legend. Alright. But yeah, so I'm looking at a startup module. So does he make the subsystem? Yeah, so subsystem. Okay, so he gets the online subsystem module, and then he registers a platform service. Okay, so now I gotta look this up. But see, this is why I go through code and rewrite it myself, because it really helps you like really understand like what's going on. Because when you don't have a guy to explain to you, when you plug and play stuff, when you don't have a guy explaining to you while you're plugging and playing a plugin, it can be helpful just to go through the code. You don't even necessarily have to rewrite it, but just going through is good. Okay, so we got the F online subsystem module class. So how did he... So did he make it? Okay, so he just made an instance of F online subsystem module, and then he called register platform service. Okay, I get that. Okay, that's easy. EOS initialize options. Okay, so this is some interesting stuff. Initialize the SDK and only proceed if the init was successful. Okay, that's really interesting. All right, let's keep this one. I'm gonna look at the... Hey Shane, how are you doing, man? Also, Amar, don't worry about the ads. Again, if you're a premium YouTuber, then I think it doesn't matter. I think your views literally just help us regardless. I think. Okay, he's using a Singleton. Ooh, subsystem EOS. Okay. So oh, this is the header file. No, it's not. It's a C++ file. All right, so same thing. He makes his own online factory class. Overrides create subsystem method. Okay. Really? Amir, I for some reason YouTube doesn't let you post links in the chat, but if you want to maybe shout out the name, I'll take a look at it. M1 knows me too well. M1 knows me too well. Again, nothing against blueprints. I'm just a noob when it comes to blueprints. Kai, great question. What is Singleton? And I'm actually not sure why he's using Singleton here, because that goes against the factory pattern, but I'll do... Okay. Okay. So Singleton pattern ensures that you always get back the same instance of whatever type you are retrieving, whereas the factory pattern generally gives you a different instance of each type. It's kind of in the name, right? Factory, you make. Singleton, you just get what's already there. The purpose of the singleton is where I can give you a common example of singleton. So like a lot of times in coding projects, you have like a logger class, and usually you use the same logger instance in different classes in your project because I mean you're effectively doing the same thing. You're just logging. Doesn't really matter where you are, but purpose of the singleton is where you want all calls to go through the same instance. An example of this might be a class that manages a disk cache or gets data from a static dictionary. So that's a great example. Wherever it is important, only one known instance interacts with the resource. This does make it less scalable. That's also important. The purpose of the factory is to create and return new instances. Often these won't actually be the same type at all, but they will be implementations of the same base class. However, they may be many instances of each type. And then this is a very upvote comment. A singleton relates to the life cycle of the object, only one in this case, probably for life of the application. It's very important. A factory's job is to return objects that you require. It will often build a new instance of a type, but not necessarily so. One could move the lifecycle control of the singleton out of the singleton class and put it into a factory instead, which could return the same class every time, making essentially a singleton for your application. Interesting. So we're already seeing a difference between these two plugins. So it seems like Rurpod Patriot is going with the factory implementation, whereas Gaslight, kind of like that comment said, is going with Singleton. But I guess I'm kind of confused though. Okay, I kind of understand what's going on. I actually understand why Gaslight used the singleton approach here because he in his iOnline Factory class implementation, he overrode the destroy subsystem method. And for that, he needed a reference to the online subsystem object that he made. So I find that very interesting. Now I'm wondering, where did he define this class? Where did he define F online subsystem epic? Is that in here? Okay. All right. So first thing, I need an online I literally need an online subsystem implementation. But isn't this online subsystem epic module? So then where did he define this bad boy? I would imagine if it was, and that's good, Kai. Good, very good. Weird question. Does C support classes and objects? I'm pretty sure the answer is no, but let me check. Wait. I believe it does. Wait. Are there classes in C? No. Man, that's crazy. I can't believe I didn't know that. Wait, you don't have classes? But you have structs. You have structs in C. So you don't have class, but you have structs. You can initialize structs and you can type def them. So that's a good answer. Good question. Great question. All right, I need to find where does he define this? Okay, he does in the header file. So he doesn't implement the class. Okay. Okay. I online identity pointer. C is really confusing. Yes, it is, but it's also the language that made all of this possible technically, which is kind of crazy to think about. I mean, the thing with see, this is tough, Amir, when you ask that, because Unreal Engine C++ isn't exactly like real C++, so I can't really give an answer. You can start looking at older videos of Flopper. Yeah, I think I mean, we have okay videos. I don't think we have great videos though. I want to make a C++ tutorial, like an Unreal Engine C++ tutorial series, or really just a general C++ tutorial series. We should probably do that, but there are some courses out there like Ruben Ward, Tom Lumen. Those guys are really good. If you want to learn C++ and Unreal Engine, I would definitely recommend those guys. Those are the ones that come off the top of my head. I'm sure there are other great instructors out there. Okay, so this is where he makes his F online subsystem implel. So this is another class I have to look up. So one thing is good. One thing that could be good is how to call functions. I do agree with that. M1. Common functionality to share across all online functions. To share across online platforms, not intended for direct use. One thing that could be good is how to call net functions. NP hard. Programmer references. Okay. F online subsystem. I'm pretty sure the implet is short for implementation. See, Affix knows. Shout out to Ruben Ward. What else we got here? Kai's got a great answer there. Cherno's good. I love Cherno. Yeah, Cherno's really good for regular. If you're talking just regular C++, Cherno's definitely really good. What am I doing? I can't even open Unreal Engine because I don't have a metal compatible graphics card. Cotree, I am very sorry to hear that. Okay, so what do we got here? So that's the online subsystem implementation. Online subsystem EOS. Wait, let me. F online subsystem EOS. Hold on, guys. Let me be right back. I think it's time to turn on the air conditioner. Just a bit, guys. The programming just makes me more warm. Alright, we gotta pick things up, but I'm trying to. Ooh, I agree with what M1 just said about reverse engineering a program. Okay, so factory F online system epic. Okay, so that took us here. All right, I get that. Okay, I get that. Okay, I get that so far. I get that. Okay, so where am I here? Online okay, this was gaslights. That's why I was so confused. We'll look at that later. I'll get rid of that. So let me look at his docs. Let me look at this separate tab. So I kind of understand. I kind of understand what's going on here. So let me look at his documentation, like how you use it. So INI files, I get that. More INI files, usage. This plugin is used like any other online subsystem plugin. I will say this about Rurpop Patriot, and same with Gaslights. I just haven't looked at as much. I like the doc. He has a lot of documentation. Like he even explains like a lot of stuff about online subsystems, and his code is very clearly written too. This means that most of the time you won't need to directly interface with the system directly, but can let the engine classes handle the calls. If you need it's okay. Honestly, so many people refer to me by different names. I can't even remember my name. If you need to directly access the online subsystem, you should get it by the static helper methods in online.h. These helper methods make sure the correct subsystem instance is retrieved. Multiple can exist in the editor, and things like logins are tied to a specific instance. Outside of C++, there exist multiple asynchronous blueprint nodes in the online subsystem. I have not used HackerOne. I've heard of HackerOne. I have not used it. In most cases, IMAX. In most cases, there's no need to access the online subsystem via iOnline subsystem get. Okay, now I'm very curious. And then so far, it seems like the identity interface is the big thing he's done so far. So I'm going to look at Gaslight now. I'm going to look at just how he used it in his project. So the nice thing about Gaslight's project is that his plugin is embedded within a sample project. So let's just look at his code. Let's just look how he uses the subsystem. So I'm guessing, okay, no, his game mode is not even implemented. It's blank. Okay, so it's all client. That makes sense. So he gets the identity. Okay, yeah, so that's good to know. That's a standard way to get the online subsystem. You just call iOnline subsystem :get, and then in parentheses he passes in a macro es_subsystem. So I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna look that up later. There's a null check on that, and then does some stuff with the identity interface. So seems like maybe after this stream, and then maybe after doing some stuff online, I think we're gonna have an unofficial race, kind of like, I don't know. I'm joking. I was trying to make a good joke. M1 says, Flopper, one thing I recommend using for auth is client credentials. I saw that somewhere, just don't know where, but I probably will have to use client credentials. I don't think I have a choice, actually. I read that somewhere in the documentation. Okay, define EOS subsystem text in quotes EOS. Okay, that's pretty simple. So that means in his plugin, we go to, that means he uses EOS somewhere. So probably in this bad boy right here. So this is his online, this is his iOnline subsystem implementation. Is it? See, it's probably in his header files. I don't understand how these guys do this. The separation of header files and C++ files is so confusing to me. Yeah, see, F online system subsystem impl. Ugh. Hey, Mikkel. Yes, sir. Mikkel, another OG here. Good to see ya. No, Mikkel, I'll definitely be asking you stuff. I'm just kind of reverse engineer. Not reverse engineer. I'm just looking at, like, this guy's plugin and this guy's plugin. Rurpop Patriot, Gaslight Games. I see you, Mikkel. I see you contributing to these guys. Doing good work. So I'll definitely be asking you for stuff. I'm just trying to, like, make my own plugin. Not to compete with these guys. It's just because if I do ever make a tutorial series, I kind of just, not saying these guys aren't reliable, but you know, I don't know. It's just, I just feel like, I don't know, like they might keep adding stuff, they might change existing stuff, so I feel like it'd be good to, and also it'll help me learn as well more about EOS in general. So that's kind of why I want to look at these guys' code, make my own plugin, and then add my own stuff at my own pace as well. Because these guys are going at their own pace as well, and that's completely fine. Maybe some of the functionality needs to be private. I could see that. Yeah, you will have to wait for them. I understand. But you know what the weird thing is, Mikkel? Do you know, like, because I've been trying to find information about this, but what is going on with, is Epic making an official plugin for Epic Online Services? Or is everyone just going to have to, like, branch off and make their own plugin? Because I kind of don't understand, like, why. I don't know, it's kind of weird. All right, let's make a header file. New item. Header file. I don't know what to call this. So these guys called it. So he called it. So that's the factory. I need to make the. I need to make this. I need to make this online subsystem impl. I'll do. What should I call this? Maybe like. I don't know, online subsystem EOS. That's what they call it, right? Online subsystem Epic. Online subsystem EOS. That's so, Mikkel. Interesting you say. I saw that. I just still it. My worry is though is it's. And I'm gonna use their plugin, right? Like if when they make that, I'm gonna completely dump my stuff and use their stuff because I'm just doing this to better learn. But I mean, realistically though, it's gonna take a long time because there's a lot of interfaces in online subsystem. Like that's my worry. There's just so many interfaces. Yeah. And Mikkel, one more thing. Do you know, is it official that the plugin that they're going to make, is that going to be an OSS abstraction? Is it going to be based on online subsystem? Also, Jacob, I'm with you. I have the exact same question. EOS is, trust me, very hard. I don't even know what's going on either with it, to be honest with you. Thank you, M1. I just saw your DM. Really appreciate that. Rurpop Patriot is trying to get his plugin integrated in PR into Epic directly. But are they going to merge this? And I'm not trying to hate on Rurpop Patriot, but they said it would. Okay, so it will be an OSS. I don't know. I'm just worried because, I mean, we don't know what Epic has done yet. That's kind of my worry. See, now I'm wondering if I should just... This is news to me. Amur, yes. I like to see you happy. I guess I'm just wondering, like, when will they merge this, if they merge it? Because this is just, for the most part, one guy. I mean, you're part of it too. Does C++ have something like crypto where you can generate a token? I don't know, M1. Yep, everything Mikkel just said there, I believe, is absolutely right. Best implementation is via an OSS, though, since you can use the local player, game mode player control classes. I guess what I'm trying to ask is, like, Because right now he's got. I haven't taken a deep look into it, but as from my understanding, he's really finished the identity interface. So is Epic willing to merge that, or are they only going to merge it once he's got like most of these features done or most of these interfaces implemented? Because if his thing is confirmed to be merged with Epic, then I might just use it then. I might just like fork off of it or something. I mean, honestly I would rather that be the case because then it just saves me so much work. Dead Blob, the legend. And Phil, more legends. What did you miss? So we're kind of so it seems like Mikkel has like done a lot more research into EOS than me, so I'm kind of just talking to him about this. Um, Edit it directly. Rupop Patriot. It has best practices. Okay. I'll use it. All right, then maybe the rest of this stream will just be adding this plugin into my project. So, let's close out of here. Just close out of here. I'm going to delete this guy. He's done work. Dead Blob, you've done work. Where did that info come from? Phil, Mikkel, say hello to each other, and I don't know. To be honest, I'm not drama alert here. I hear the news as I hear it, so I really don't know. My source is Mikkel, and honestly, Mikkel is a trustworthy source. I don't know. All right, let me remove my stupid plugin. Or actually, since I'm here, so Git bash. We're going to Git bash. Git bash. Git bash. Git bash. Git bash. Git bash. I don't know, where do I see documents? This is great news though. Mikkel saving the day because honestly, no. I mean, again, I want to use someone else's plugin because I think we should have some uniformity on what's going on with EOS. So honestly, Mikkel, that's the greatest news I've heard all day. So copy, paste. Okay, that seemed to be really, really small. So that was really quick. Okay, so this is gone, right? Oh, I'm just deleting that. Delete that. So let's go here. All right, then the rest of the stream will literally just be looking at this. Downloads. No. So so let's go through his beautiful documentation because he did a really good job in my opinion. Okay, so I need, okay. All right, so third party, right? Or wait, he said, drop the inside source / third party / online. Okay. Copy that then. Oh, it's already here. Oh, okay. So bin. Okay. Get that. Guys, I have terrible news. Maybe the OGs will understand this, but I have ran out of milk, so we are going back to water. Let me read this comments. For instance, F unique net ID epic is a direct wrapper around F unique net ID, which is perfect because that works right in the engine. Yeah, I mean, no, I know F unique net ID, so honestly, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. And uses stuff like Bitewise ops to detect when you need a product/account ID or both. Seems like Mr. Pop Patriot is a programmer. Okay. It's not the hard go then. All right, let me keep going. Okay, so let me add this, of course, the actual plugin now. Okay, we got this in here. Let's reach. Oh well, first I have to do a couple things. So I have to enable the plugin. What is it called? Just online subsystem epic. That's my git. Yes, Mikkel, it usually is. I'm a big fan of milk. Milk is good for you, good for growing. Unfortunately, I'm a little too old now, so it doesn't really help with that anymore, but okay. Okay, so why do I keep going back to that? Okay, so online system epic. You know, oh my, Mikkel, this is gonna sound crazy, but I was literally just reading an article. Well, not literally just reading an article, but about like a week ago, I literally read an article that said they found that older people with higher levels of vitamin D were better off against the disease that can't be named. Milk is actually terrible for you health-wise. I think see, this is now we're getting into the debate, guys. It seems that whole milk is. That's what I've heard. So I try to stay away from pure whole milk. And then I can't drink skim milk because that's just disgusting. Did you manage to get the overlay working yet? What's the overlay? I don't know the overlay. These guys are too advanced for me. Okay, yeah, this now. So we got this. Alright, get rid of that. I'll save it, why not? Alright, I'm gonna change the title of this live stream to Understanding an Online Subsystem Plugin. I got added in the donor chat. Hey, when you get the chance, can you replace the writing in the thumbnail with understanding or exploring or whatever other word you see fit? Okay. There's a dark time where he was forced to drink skim milk. Haha. It's probably true. Okay, let's actually build the project. So I regenerate the Visual Studio project files. Also, thank you guys for tuning in. I wasn't expecting this many people to come at this time. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that many people to join these streams that much at all. That's why we're going to try to keep the stream shorter too, because honestly, like, and I appreciate like everyone who's interacting in the chat. Really appreciate that because that helps me and that motivates me as well. Because Mikal, if you weren't here, oh my goodness, I don't even want to imagine what I would have done without you on this stream. What am I unable to find online system epic? Oh, I probably don't need to add it, right, as a plugin because it's an online subsystem. Okay, get rid of that. Okay. I'm cool with 6 hours live streams like back in March. Maybe Kai. I mean, it depends, right? Like, Max, no problem, man. No problem. But of course, if you want to support, don't forget to turn off ad block and refresh the page and hope you get an ad. You're all good, Max. All good. Okay, let's let that build. But yeah, dude, hopefully this does get added then to Epic directly to the engine. Oh, that would be amazing. Okay, so later versions. My brain is an executable file. Watching another. Oh, thank you, M1. I appreciate that. Guys, you guys are awesome. You guys are too awesome. I actually can't believe what you guys are doing. You guys are too good. Okay, so I have to get these from the Epic Games online developer portal. Also, let me close all these tabs on my other window because way too many tabs. OGs know that I tend to have a lot of tabs open. It's really bad. Okay, so this still building? Okay, this is building. Further customization. I probably won't do this stuff. Okay. Contains sensitive information and must not be made public. Therefore, it's best to keep it out of source control. Yeah, I agree with that. Just wondering, guys. These I like properties, do they get like packaged with the game? Phil, that is definitely a question for Mikal, as I am a normal bystander here who has not that much knowledge on this. All right, since it's gonna take a while, let's go to the Epic Games developer portal. Oh, that sounds so cool. Epic Games developer portal. All right, okay. So I'm gonna get out of Gaslight now. What is overlay again, guys? I'm sorry. Can someone educate me on this? On what overlay is? I'm a very not smart guy. Okay, so default game.ini. Let's add these. So your project ID. Okay, so these are already there. Project version. I'm not gonna add one. Default engine. Okay. Yeah, I probably need that. Product ID. Okay, these are. Oh, baby. Wow. Product. Okay, so we gotta go. Oh, so it's okay if my stuff gets leaked. So is it this? Okay. Just a bunch of stuff, you know. Sandbox. So I didn't make one yet. So SDK. Oh, I didn't even make one. Oh wait, no, here it is. Wait, how do you make the sand? I read about the. Okay, we gotta go back to the documentation because I don't know what's going on. Quick start guide. Perfect, perfect. Okay. No. Overview. What? Oh, is it this? No. Where's the thing they talk about the sandbox? Ah, here we go. Okay. Okay, so product settings. Okay, I was like so confused. So they do have a sandbox. Okay. Leaked information. I'm going to get hacked. Deployment. I don't have a deployment. Alright, this we will do off screen. Because I was kidding, you know, I care a little bit if I get hacked, but wait, I don't. Phil, I'm with you, man. You're speaking my mind right now. You're speaking my mind. But wait, so going back to, I need to close these tabs. We gotta just close these. Just close these. Close. Deployment ID. I don't have a deployment ID. How do I get a deployment ID? So we need the deployment ID. Deployment. Okay. So we got automatically configured for Epic Games. So then oh, okay, I see. Okay. Whatever. Okay, we got deployments here. Okay, that's okay. Epic Games, that's all I need. I'm going to go. It's decently late. I have some stuff to do for Pivot. No problem, M1. Thank you for joining, man. Good to see you as always. And this is why I'm going to keep the stream shorter now. Because people are busy. Completely understand it. Phil, 6 months is not exactly recently, is it? It's a good point. I agree with that. All right, let's get the client credentials. So, product can contain one or more applications called clients. These clients represent the different builds of your game. For example, client builds that players run on their systems. Dedicated servers builds that the developer runs, and any other program needs to access player data or Epic Online Service functionality on behalf of the product. Each client has its own client ID and client secret that the developer uses to authenticate the client, and a client role that determines what permissions that client will have. That was a mouthful. So Phil, that's the thing. Well, it's a good point, Phil. That's why I'm hoping Mikkel, and I trust him, but I'm hoping he's right because I'm just praying that this plugin is the official plugin. Because if this is not the official plugin, then I just wish in the future when Epic does things like this, they just be more transparent. You know what I mean? With like maybe a roadmap or timeline. Because you know what? It gives me like those weird, it doesn't give me good vibes. It kind of reminds me with when Unity was working on their quote unquote, their native multiplayer solution, their netcode package. There wasn't really that much transparency with that. And I hope Epic doesn't do the same thing with this, with Epic Online Services. So we'll see. Honestly, And we'll see. All right, let me just make a client. Yeah, enable everything. Client name. Test client. Redirect. I don't have a redirect URL. Don't even know what that means. Client credentials. Any program that needs access. Okay, this is exactly what was on the site. Creating new EOS clients. All right, I'm just gonna make it, and then but what's the secret? What's the client's secret? I don't have the client's secret. Oh wait. Oh, do I? I have the client ID. I don't have the secret though. Where's the client's secret? Where's the secret? Where's the secret key? Oh, wait. Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay. Wait. No, I don't. Do I see it? Client details. Okay. Alright, guys. No one hack me. Or wait, no. I mean, I'll do it off screen. I don't know. They want to keep it hidden. Alright. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna delete it anyway, but okay. We're back. I trust Mikkel. Mikkel has never steered me wrong. I'm trolling. It doesn't matter. If it doesn't get used, it doesn't get used. But, I mean, it seems like he knows what he's doing, so that's what we like to hear, Mikkel. That's what we like to hear. We can do a lot with it right now if you know C/C++. That's what we like to hear, baby. Okay. All right. So back to the documentation. Okay. So I did that stuff. I'm not gonna do this custom stuff. So. All right. So I guess where's a good place to player controller? I guess let me just build this again. Where do you normally use the online subsystems? Player controller, right? Epic Tazila. 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 We like Tazila. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with that name. I like that name. Oh, rip. I mean, that's unfortunate. Let me think for a bit. Brain.exe is malfunctioning. One thing that you could get that could get you clicks is programming tutorials. M1. That's a good point. I definitely I think a C++ and a C tutorial, one of each, could be really good. So I'm definitely M1. Don't get. I think we're definitely gonna have that on board. M1, that was really quick. I didn't think you would be back so quick. Let me actually add that to our Discord roadmap timeline. I think even okay, Brain.exe has kind of started working again. I think even with that in mind, Rurpop Patriot, he seems really active in the Discord in that channel. And he seems like he knows what he's doing. I have looked at some of this code. So my gut instinct is saying I should probably keep using it, even if it doesn't get used. Actually, let me read the online. Let me read the Unreal Slackers Discord. Let me read this because I'm bored. Oh. Am I drama alert now? Should we just pull up the Unreal Slackers Discord channel on the stream? JK. That would be terrible and I would probably get banned. Who is Roar? I don't even know. He seems like a guy who knows how to write code, so like better than me. So that's always good. We like seeing people who are better than me. Especially on this stuff, because I'm not too familiar with online subsystem stuff, so is there a good example project on like online subsystem? Like where would I use this? Like what's a I guess I should probably is there like an online maybe like a subsystem Steam GitHub? I just want to see like where they like how they use like okay we can look at a Medium articles good Steamworks. I want to see like a all right course. I'll look at that. It's a little old, but that's okay. Puzzle platforms. Nope, that's my stomach. This person doesn't even have a player controller. Where does he use the online subsystem? Okay, so I got that. Where does he use it? Oh, I don't think it's added. Wait, no. Wait, building space for an Xcode. Okay, can I go to I'm gonna go to oh, it only goes up to 3, that's why. Mikkel. No, I get that. I just want to see a project of how like it would be used in a project. You know what I mean? I haven't really used online subsystem before. Like for example, like if I were to call online subsystem :get, like where would I call that? Game instance? He does in the game instance. Where to do online subsystem functions, Unreal Engines. What am I even saying? Do them in the game instance class or I'll look you have a repo, Mikkel? I could look at that. Do you mind if I go to your page? Local player? Okay, we got a forum post about this. There's a lot of stuff on this. So basically, so just keep all the online subsystem functionality in the local player object. Let me see what Gaslight does. Kind of got away from it. This guy does in the game instance. Let's look at Gaslight again. Do we have another using CMID? I guess maybe it doesn't matter where you do it. Local player. All right. Thank you, Mikkel. I really appreciate it. We'll write that down. Keep online subsystem functionality in local player class. Okay, let's check Unreal Slackers Discord again. All right. That was enough drama. Okay. Local player class. Thank you, Mikkel. I really appreciate that. I guess while I'm still here, I'll just look at Gaslight then. What he does in his project real quick, and then I'll make a local player class. Oh, is this? Oh, this is player controller. See, I'm guessing he does in here. Yeah, he doesn't player controller. Yeah, everyone's doing it differently. I really don't know the difference. I guess. Drama. Each player that is active on the current client is a local player. It stays active across maps. That's useful. There may be so. Oh, okay. I could definitely see why you would use local player then for that. Because if you do it on player controller, then does player controller persist? Because I don't think it does. In that case, I could and that's probably why in that tutorial GitHub project, that's probably why they use game instance, because game instance always also game instance also persists. So yeah, player controller definitely does not persist. Ooh, that's interesting. Thank you, Mikhail. I'm just curious. Honestly, I'm just bored. Game instance versus local player. Programming subsystems. Okay, that's. We have a game dev.stack exchange answer. Don't usually see that. Okay. What is this? Oh, okay. Interesting. Reasons to use subsystems. Subsystems save programming time. Subsystems help you avoid overriding engine classes. Help you avoid adding more API on an already busy class. Enables access to blueprints. Enables access to Python scripts. That's cool. Provide modularity and consistency in the code base. Okay. This is an interesting article that I wasn't expecting. Okay, subsystems. Didn't even know this was a thing. I don't think I'll be using this, but that's cool. Okay. So you said local player tells you when one enters a map and leaves a map and is where you can call login directly. So you're saying... Player removed. Call when the player is removed from the viewport client. Interesting. Very interesting. A lot of methods here. It is a subclass of viewPlayer. Which function tells you when a player enters a map and leaves a map? I'm just curious. I'm not trying to grill you. It may seem like that. Just exploring, guys, you know. I mean, it's got useful functions. I mean, it has the game instance. That's one. Oh, okay. Handle exit command, handle exec command. Okay, here we go. It's primary player. Interesting. Sorry, guys. I'm just getting lost over this. Player added and player removed. Oh. Okay. Is where you can call login directly. CM1, thank you for coming in as always. Mikkel, this is a really stupid question, but why would you call login in these player added and player remove functions? Again, I'm new to this, so you definitely know way more than me. I'm just reading the Unreal Slackers Discord. Very interesting discussion here. Kind of like I told Phil in DMs. We're just going to see a bunch of unofficial plugins, kind of, just a bunch of them. I think it's just kind of inevitable. But I think the best I can do is just add on to an existing one. Especially when, I mean, we also have, it seems to be pretty popular. I mean, Mikkel says he's using it too, so I don't see why I would not use this. Is this the forum post I saw before? Yeah, it's the post I saw before. Did they even talk? This guy is saying the only time he's ever used local players to create a save system which loads data when the player logs in or first enters a game. Most online stuff can be done through interfaces. I get that. Where to get online subsystem instance. What do we got here? I'm debating what do we end this. Might end the stream soon. I'll look at this Medium article. Why not see what they do? They might use the game instance. I think it looks good. Let me just make sure there's no weird things in here. Okay. Okay, let's look at. He does in the game instance as well. I mean, I really don't know, to be honest. Do they have an example here? I've just never used local player, so local player Unreal Engine C++ forums. What to use? Game instance, you think? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Phil. That's what I've seen. Mikkel recommended local player. I just gotta do more research. And the thing is, I would want to do in local player, but I'm like, I can't even. I can't even find how to make like a player. Yeah, I saw that too. I saw the player controller as well. I mean, I can ask in the Unreal Slackers Discord. I'll just be like, I can just do a search in there, online subsystem get. There's gotta be like a good example project. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough. Let me find like a good example project. Nothing, Phil. I'm just kind of like looking up where you would normally do like online subsystems functionalities, like which class you would normally do it in. I'm thinking. Let me look on GitHub again on that. Gaslight does in the player controller, but I'll do like online subsystem Unreal. No, not in this repository. I just want Unreal Tournament. And we'll definitely look at that. Multiplayer. I'll look at these. Why not? I'll just look at this one. And then I'll look at yours, Mikkel. I'll look that up. Yeah, so this guy does in-game instance. Let me go to Unreal Tournament. Where is it? Oh, not in this project. Oh, okay. Unreal Tournament. Editor, I guess? I don't know. Online subsystem. No, not the modules. So they make a custom online subsystem. So, okay, I get that. There's one class where they do it just straight up in the UI. Another UI, interesting. Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna keep going with that. Let me just look at the local player class. Okay, so it's called UUT local player. Okay. Okay. Wow, this thing's huge. Whew. This thing is absolutely massive. And Mikkel is right. They do initialize the online subsystem here. Wow, this thing's huge, though. So then how do they... Okay, so you can make a custom local player class. We're going to start this project, because I definitely need to refer back to this. Alright, let me go back. This way of searching is godly to me? Really, Mikkel? I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, the way, I feel so inefficient doing this. But thank you, I guess. Where does he set UT local player? Is it in the game mode? Wait, let me go to the folder. There's so many. Okay. There we go. Ooh, UT game mode. Wow, this thing's actually huge. How many includes does this class have? All of them. I love that. Is he set in here? How do you set the UT? How do you set the local player? Does anyone know how to do that? I'm just curious. This is just me trying to understand this code. Well, Mikkel. I don't know what to say to that. How do you set the local player? Hey, Bio, sup, man? We're just, I don't even know what we're doing anymore, but we're just looking through some Unreal Tournament code. I'm kind of bored. I'm new to online subsystem stuff, so I was kind of just wondering, like, which classes you normally do online subsystem stuff, and looking at this project, it doesn't seem like it matters. I mean, this Seems like there's projects that do stuff in the game instance, do it in the local player class apparently, and then they also do it in apparently UI class, UI widgets as well. So it was in the game mode, and then you said in the project settings. Wait, so let me just open this so I can see. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing because I know absolutely nothing. UTV is too old. Yeah, I mean that does seem to be the case. I see 3 years, 3 years, 3 years, 4 years, 4 years, 4 years. Local player. Project settings. Open tournament. Is that the newer version? Oh, okay. So you do it in here. Oh, it's in the okay. Engine general settings. Okay, I got you. I got you. All right. I mean, in that case, then. For now. Oh man, do you guys ever? Oh my goodness, I accidentally closed the project. I gotta stop doing that. I didn't mean to do that, but it happens. Open tournament. Okay, we're definitely starting this. I'll do the same thing. Online subsystem number one get. Ooh, did they not call it? Can we use online subsystem in this project? Where's their local player? Do they have a local player in here? They do have a local. UUR. That's awesome, Bio. I love hearing that. I love hearing when people are good peeps. Oh yeah, I guess I'll kind of fill you in. So there's a little drama, and I'll probably end the stream off this, but there's kind of a little drama here. So like, I don't know what's going on. So it seems like everyone and their grandpa or father or mother or sibling or cousin is making their own plugin around this. And then apparently a viewer in the stream, not calling him a liar, he said that this plugin was potentially going to be merged with Epic's engine or Epic's version of their plugin. But then apparently there's no confirmation on that, and then Epic Games is also working on their plugin while everyone else is scrambling to make their own plugin. So I don't really know what to use, because honestly, I thought of making my own, but like if every single person in the world is making their own, what's the point of making my own? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. What should I buy? What should I do? I don't know. Yeah, that seems to be the case. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do. Because honestly, man, Epic, they could release it like tomorrow or something. But that's not gonna happen. Bruh, everyone has a plugin. This is absolutely nuts. Personally, you don't need EOS. Oh, man, that's honestly, Bio knows me, man. You kind of read my mind, because I know. No, you're right. You're right. I kind of just wanted to explore it for a potential tutorial series, but it just doesn't. It doesn't seem stable. Nothing seems stable right now. So yeah, I don't really know. I got a lot of thinking to do. I got a lot of thinking to do on what I want to do for this. Yeah, I definitely wasn't gonna do this. EOS, if you just want to be lazy, same with Steam integration. Yeah. Let me see. Let me read the Unreal Slackers Discord a bit again. Let me see, cause Phil talked a lot in there, so I definitely want to look at it. No plans for the official plugin have been announced. So, see, when I hear that, that tells me that they haven't even begun working on a plugin yet. Also, Phil, I'm reading these messages. I don't know, this is my opinion. No base for this. What was I gonna say? Mikkel, you're talking about... Oh no, I think Mikkel's talking with Bio. Mikkel's talking with Bio. Phil, this is my opinion, but if you ask someone, hey, is something coming out this year, and someone says I can't make any statements about that, that to me tells me the answer is probably no. But there's no evidence supporting that. So they're working on a complete engine integration. Yeah, but I think that sounds right. Yeah. Can you talk with whoever's in charge and see if you can give us some more info? Also, sorry, Phil. I don't know if you mind me reading your messages out loud. If you want an official answer, you would need to request it by EOS help. There's an EOS help? What's EOS help? EOS help? Oh, it's pinned. Okay. EOS help. So it's this. EOS help. Maybe can we search this? No search. No search. Okay, that's what we like to see. How to install Epic Online Services? You can help me? Question mark. Their forum's active. Okay. Alright, I think that's it for that. They're not doing engine... Ooh, they're not doing engine integration for 4. This stream has literally just become a drama stream, and I love it. Oh, no one answered him. Okay. Wait, I thought someone did answer him. Oh, no, it has 6 views. I was so confused. I'm gonna just read the chat. Honestly, because I've been in meetings with Epic Games when they were talking about it. Hashtag drama alert. Then honestly, I might just wait till Unreal Engine 5 then. Sup, River Bubbles. I think we might just have to... I might just put off these tutorials until Unreal Engine 5, and then we can just focus on other tutorials then. I mean, I could do a Steam integration, but I feel like there's too many tutorials on that already. Yeah, I think... How do you use the search stuff on Google? Kai, could you expand, please? Bio, that's really cool. I'm really jealous of you. That is amazing. Yeah, I think we're gonna hold off on EOS. I think that's basically the conclusion. If what Bio's saying is correct, I think we'll just maybe take a pause on that. Unreal 5 is 1 year away. I believe they're what you did earlier was searching keywords. What do you mean? Like, how do I search stuff on Google? Um, that's a hard. I don't even know how to answer that question. Like, oh, like in the documentation? I mean, usually when I Google stuff, I usually like if I'm curious about something in Unreal Engine, like player controller. I literally just look up player controller Unreal Engine, and usually, hopefully, it'll take me to like some API link. Hopefully that answered your question. I don't know if it did. Um, Tempting though. Yeah, Unreal 5. It is 1 year away. I believe they're trying to release it mid-March. I think I saw somewhere maybe like March or April. That could be wrong though, and it'll probably be pushed back. Make your own. Ah, this is tough. But I appreciate that, but I think you're giving me too much credit. I'm not smart enough. I have to rely on external services until I'm like 40 years old. I'm just kidding. But no, I think I don't mind pushing this back. Honestly, I think then we'll just go along with PlayFab. Maybe we'll get a head start on Unity and GameLift, or GameLift and Unity, and maybe even we'll take a look at Google game servers. But I might even hold off on that too because they're in beta. So on that note, this is. I'm trolling you, Bio. Or am I? Bio, you're killing me. And also, I guess it helps with more time with Fortnite clone, because honestly, that Fortnite clone is just that's just like a personal thing. Like I just want to finish that because I hate. I'm sure you guys know the feeling. I hate leaving something unfinished, and it doesn't even have to be finished well, but it just has to be finished. When do you usually stream, by the way? Yeah, Mikkel, I have a hard problem with that. I don't usually stick to a consistent schedule, so it's gonna be kind of random. Yeah. I'm trying to do something like every other day, and then hopefully we can get into the habit of maybe even potentially every day. Phil, PlayFab is nice for servers, but you're gonna need to use Photon to do something proper. Yeah, I remember you told me that. Yeah, because Phil, I did some research into it like off stream. How you described it was pretty accurate. It's literally just API calls. Kai, that's pretty accurate. He streams when you least expect it. I could do maybe I will do a Steam tutorial though. Not gonna make my own Steam/EOS. Although Bio thinks I can, which I really appreciate, but probably not gonna do that. No. But there's some. We gotta go back to the lair. Oh man, you guys are dope. I shouldn't. I'll keep talking with you guys. You guys are too awesome not to talk with. I love talking with you guys, so. Are you high? You're definitely right about that. I literally have zero structure right now in my programming. No, I agree. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Let's stop this myth talk. Yeah, Phil, it's not the greatest. I missed the stream. Have you guys discussed about costs? So DMOS Epic Online Services, as far as I know, is free. Besides for, I mean, if you publish to the Epic Game Store, then they take a little revenue cut. But good to see you, DMOS. Really good to see you. I don't know what's going on anymore. This stream has just become another chilling and talking stream, which I guess I like. No, but I agree with you. I agree with you, though. I do want to... It's tough because teaching other people to do their own stuff is hard. And then convincing other people to do their own stuff is hard when there's already stuff out there. I'm with you, Bio. I mean, I'm more of a... I like making like your own things from scratch. I mean, that's sort of like me at work as well. Like, if it's already been done, I still try to remake it, but a lot of people don't do that, and that's okay-ish, I think. Until these big tech companies like implode. That's true, Kai. That's true. It's true. But this is like, this is kind of sad though to hear about Epic Online Services. But hey, man, if it comes with Unreal Engine 5, then we'll wait till Unreal Engine 5. I'm excited for that though, Unreal Engine 5. That's another topic that we probably shouldn't talk about in this stream because we'll probably go on about it for an hour, but... Also, Phil, you said you can't see people online. I'm sure you could do something with Azure to do that, though. Kind of like with AWS. Like, there's no built-in thing. Like, you have to... Like, if you want that functionality, you still have to build that yourself. So, alright. I think that's enough talking. Now let's end the stream. Because now I'm not seeing any more messages in the chat. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Bio said some more stuff. I'm waiting for a few more months, then I'm recreating Steam's desktop client myself. Oh, that does sound really cool, though. But Bio, you're definitely the better person to do it. I got paid on my last job. Oh my goodness, I can't stop the stream. There's too many people. I got paid at my last job to do it, but they went under. I'm sorry to hear that. I remember you mentioned that. In another stream. So now it's time to make it for myself. I love that. I do love that. You're a rare breed. Do you think distance math? Okay. Alright. Let's end the stream. Distance mathing, I don't know what that is. Hopefully the EOS plugin will be out when UE5 comes out. I think so. I mean, I trust Bio, so... Bio's a rare breed. He's too good, and I love that. What else is going on? Okay. I think now we can end the stream. Alright. We're gonna end it because honestly we're just talking now, and it's looking like these Epic Online Services tutorials aren't gonna be coming out anytime soon. And the consensus for that, everyone's just doing their own plugin, and the EOS SDK is that's gonna keep changing too. Although Epic Games claims it's a stable API, but I can't take a chance on that. Bio is a gentleman, not giving out other people's code. Thank you, Kai. Also, matching. I don't know distance matching. I'm sorry. But, okay, we're done. Stream's over. I'll talk to you guys later. But yeah, the consensus for why I'm probably not going to do the EOS tutorials is because, like, I don't know what's going on with it, so... Goodbye. Thank you. As always.